I told Beth when I woke up this morning thinking about this venue, and we do obviously we have weddings all over Ohio and beyond, and when I think of Dock 580, I just instantly think of like the urban city feel is just really incredible. The brick, sort of the rustic metal. How do you describe this place when no one's ever heard of this place? How do you describe it to people?
I would say like all three are so separate.
They're so different.
I would start with our first one, the venue. It's part of the Smith Brothers. So all three of the buildings are the Smith Brothers warehouse, which used to be a hardware company. And then it caught on fire. It was abandoned, caught on fire. Someone came in and redid it. So when they redid it, they thought of, hey, like you can't expand in the city. You have to go up. So when they redid the Smith Brothers building, they reinforced concrete pillars through to give us the opportunity to build up. So Juniper has been in the plans for a very long time, like Kelsey said. And then they redid the venue, and it's I would say the venue is more the industrial one.
I think the loft's more industrial, don't you?
I think it's more romantic.
Okay.
Like very like a Tuscan Italian-esque with the low ceilings.
Yeah, so let me try and describe. The loft is sort of stop me if I'm wrong. It's 2 stories
Yes.
with a sort of beautiful staircase going up one side. The second story has a sort of a hole cut out in the floor with a rail so you can see down and into the beautiful dance floor on the bottom. How many wedding guests can fit in that place? A couple hundred, right?
210.
Yeah, 210.
Yeah.
So a lot of times we've done is the ceremony might be upstairs, and then folks move down to cocktail hour with a beautiful bar. Again, we're talking sort of a dark, romantic, exposed brick.
There's that beautiful
concrete
bar
floors.
downstairs.
Yeah. I love the
floors,
loft.
Yeah. And you guys are awesome. Like there's beautiful parking, but definitely a city feel. You can always see sort of the city in the background.
Yes.
And then the venue is a very, very high ceiling, sort of square, rectangular room. Probably holds like 200 as well.
Yeah, 200 if you have a tent and you dance outside. Only 165 if you want to dance inside.
Okay, yeah. And then there's like these I would say very almost mechanical sort of pillars going up and down. You guys wrap them in like these awesome twinkle lights that always make for great photos.
Yeah.
But there's a stunning dance floor, and I think the high ceiling just gives it just a beautiful.
And the courtyard, everyone loves the courtyard.
So
it's like, how is that downtown?
Yeah,
right.
so
Which is amazing too because it's turf. So it doesn't matter what time of the year, you have that perfect green grass.
It doesn't get muddy and gross.
No, which is exactly why we wanted turf.
Yeah.
Who wants to walk in the mud?
I know it.
Yeah, so we've done multiple weddings on sort of the what did you call it? The sort of the turf field. What do you guys call it?
Courtyard.
The courtyard, of course. I was going to say the square or something, the quad. But I mean that holds a bunch of people as well. With the turf grass, it's beautiful, and the cool part is, you can either have your venue on one side of it with these beautiful piney trees, or with the city as a backdrop, and so. I just love it. But Beth, what's your feel when you come down here for Dock 580 weddings?
Well, I bet it's beautiful. I never even knew that you could put a tent outside on the courtyard and dance out there. I bet that is so awesome. So you get married inside?
You get married outside, cocktail hour on the terrace, inside for dinner, back to the tent for dancing.
Wow, I bet that's awesome.
So I'm sure all your clients absolutely love this location in terms of getting around. Tell us about what a lot of your clients do, where they stay, where their guests stay, and just the proximity to the city.
I mean, we're so close to everything. So, I mean, you could use any hotel downtown or in the short north, the Meridian, everything's so close. You can go to the short north to the bars. You can go to the downtown. I mean, people a lot of time goes to Pins because that's right there. I mean, you could do anything after or before.
Even for us, I do know that obviously in the city we're a little landlocked in terms of the number of trees we can utilize. I mean, we're definitely not in the countryside. But Beth and I have definitely taken clients just on a small walk out to certain places. Even that parking garage is actually quite cool.
It is.
Yeah. So
and all the brick around the building, everybody just loves how cool the building is itself.
Yeah, I was gonna say they have garage doors out back, and every photographer uses it.
Oh yeah, the blue garage.
Yeah. Our last bride was like, we have to have photos in front of the blue garage door, and I was like, yep, you know that.
Yeah.
It's
Mandatory.
Awesome.
Even at the lobby in the Smith Brothers, we've had some cool photos done down there with just the large palm leaf trees that we have in the lobby and all the artwork that we have displayed.
I saw them and immediately got excited for our upcoming wedding here at Juniper.
Especially Danielle and Zach with those orange, kind of yellow, pink, the 4 paintings on the wall.
Yes.
They'll love that. She loves color, so
Love it.
So tell me about the feel. What can potential clients, what can they expect their guests to feel when they come to maybe specifically this either venue? Like talk about, I guess, we've talked about the number of people, we talk about the brick, but like I guess there's a feeling that I'd love to hear. You guys are here for every wedding, well, almost every wedding. So what does it feel like on a Saturday evening in the summertime getting married either here or downstairs? Tell me about it. Stumped you, didn't
I always feel stressed.
What a beautiful
I actually
feeling.
feel straight panic.
No, that's I don't know.
I think each one's different. Like the loft we said is really romantic. You come in and it's so cool. The venue, you always have like this open feeling of walking out on the terrace and you can still see downtown. But then up here, it's very modern. So you come in like this weird door you guys saw. So it's like you're kind of at this like speakeasy. You don't know where you're going.
Like,
you
it's
go
like
up
a
this elevator and it's more of
rusty
just like
metal
a wow. Like I don't even know if there's a word
right.
to describe what Juniper's like when you come up.
Oh my gosh, I felt that way. Like when the elevator door opened and you're just like, oh my
You're
gosh, this is so fancy.
To get to
where
Juniper,
am
there's
I?
like multiple stages of like, where are we? I
Yeah.
think we're lost. And we have signs everywhere. We're like, this is Juniper. You're here. You arrived.
No, it adds
Okay.
to the intrigue. You're right about the speakeasy. Like downstairs is a sign for Juniper and like this old, like kind of rusty-ish door, but not like a bad
Right.
rusty, like freaking A, this is awesome.
Yeah.
rusty
Like, am I
door.
in an
Like,
office space? Am I in
Yeah.
like a gallery? What am I
Yeah.
doing?
And then you're met by security. So then you're kind of like, what? Like, who's this random person sitting here asking me my name?
What a cool experience, though. You know, you
Yeah.
have your own door, and then you go up to the elevator, and it
Yeah,
opens
come out to this
up.
beautifulness.
Because it opens up right to like the water tower.
Yeah.
And you're just like, am I seeing this right? Like, oh my gosh. And then when you come in here, you just see the beautiful background.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my gosh, where's a cocktail? Let's
Right.
go.
I think the best part about up here is we try not to, especially if it's sunny and hot, like August, September, the roof we try to keep shut until right when the bridal party is about to walk down, just because that sun does shine in on you. So it's like you're sitting outside. But I would say the best is right before I have some of our staff, they'll open the roof right before we start the ceremony and no one knows it opens. So they just think it's a glass building and then they push it. Everyone is just like, ooh.
Oh my
And
gosh.
you get that, like the whole room does it. And then the bridal party, they can hear them because I hide them in the elevator room.
Yeah.
So I can sneak them across without anyone seeing them until they enter the room, since it is a glass room. So yeah. And
Oh,
then
I
they
just got
hear it and
goosebumps.
they're
That's
just like,
awesome.
they just get so pumped. And that
Right?
just
Yeah.
like sets off the mood. So
Let's
it's really
go.
fun.
Party time.
So
Yeah.
you guys obviously speak with like a passion for your work. You know, I mean, what do you love so much about working here? What do you love about weddings?
Oh, I absolutely love seeing the bride and groom have fun.
I agree.
I stress to them so much that do exactly what you want. Don't let anyone else's opinion kind of steer you this way or that way. Just make it your dream. And I just love helping them get to this point and seeing all the obstacles and all the funs, the highs, the lows.
Yeah.
And then seeing them walk down the aisle and come down, and I'm like there holding the doors for them to exit, and they're just like, "We did it! Like, yeah, we're married." I'm like, "We're just starting.
Especially
Like,
'cause
we
you've
still have
worked
hours
with
left."
them for 9 months, like
Yeah.
hearing their plan
Yeah.
and envisioning their plan with them, and then to see it all come together.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what a moment!
It is. And I love when Kelsey like pops up sometimes. Like she'll poke her head and they're like, "Oh my gosh, was that Kelsey? Like she's the one that we booked with." So they see her kind of like running around.
Love it.
You're on fire today. I like
Thanks.
what you had today. So how can folks get a hold of you gals at Doc 580? What's the best way?
You can send inquiries through our website, and then they go to either me or Gail, and then eventually they come to me.
And,
Or call.
Yeah.
Do you get clients specifically just in the Columbus area, or is this like a nationwide thing? I would assume people really.
It's
Everywhere. I mean, I just had a call from somebody in California today.
Wow.
And it's usually people who like lived in Columbus at one point. It's
Yeah.
just, they're not coming from other places just to
you know,
come
Seth,
here.
one of
but-
our brides and grooms that's getting married here later on, they live in London.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's
I
right.
believe
Is that
Are
in
they
the
in the-
venue?
Yeah.
Raquel? Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
Raquel and Mark. That's
Mhm.
right. Yeah.
I think OSU, thankfully, just so many people go there and they love downtown, and
Mhm.
so they just remember seeing like the buildings over here.
Right.
But I would say I have like a third of my weddings live out of state, or like live in Cleveland or Cincinnati
Yeah.
or somewhere.
And a lot of times
Yeah.
they're like, I just want to prove to my family how cool Columbus is. And like
Right.
these venues all do it. So.
Yeah.
Well, Columbus is always like this unique city. I say if you go to Chicago, like at 1 a.m, there's like 6 lanes. There's still bumper to bumper traffic. It's crazy, but we're on the outskirts just enough to still be cool, I think. So like, there's never like any traffic out front. And like I tell people, like most of our Columbus clients are worried about Buckeye Saturdays. Like if there's a game here, it's like never held us back even once.
No,
So
campus is a little bit over there. So
yeah, you can have events just a couple blocks away, and you still have great access to here. The parking in here is always phenomenal too, especially for vendors. So yeah, we love coming here. So, well, guys, thanks so much for joining us on this. That's it.
So fast.
We can stay. Like I said,
cool.
we're gonna open the show with politics, religion, and things of that nature.
I'm out.
I'm out. See ya.
yeah, we have to go.
That's just not as fun as talking about weddings. So. As always, what's the website? Doc580?
Doc580.com or juniperrooftop.com.
Juniperrooftop.com. You can always find us, Seth and Beth, sethandbeth.com. We are merging with a video company, which will come with a rebrand very soon. So
Ooh.
yeah, we might be losing a little bit of the Seth and Beth panache, but moving
Never. We'll always be the Seth and Beth panache.
So
Just under a new name.
That's exciting. So all right, ladies, thank you so much for having us. We can't wait
Thanks
to come
for
back.
having
you.
We'll probably have another podcast here one day to update and talk to you. I could talk to you guys all day about this stuff. So thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Kelsey. Love you, Beth.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Thanks. Love you.